So I'm going to do, hi, been working in the kitchen, and I need to stretch. So I'm going to do, I learned this from Carol Almond, and I don't need to know where she got it from. I just think it's great. So she has this thing where you rock. I'm not real good at it, as you can see, so I got to work on that skill. But anyway, you basically want to be on the underside of the bottom leg. Right, and then the other leg meets it, right? This gives you a clue as to what your hips are doing. So if you got one leg back like this, there's a big old gap, then you know your hips rock back. It tends to be my pattern on this leg. And then you want to make sure your tail, you got your lumbar spine in, right? You want this part of the spine, lumbar spine right here goes in. That curve goes in. That's its natural position. So we want to sort of keep that natural position of that one. Not that we don't ever change it, but just for this particular exercise. And then I'm going to lean into the barrel and try and get heavy. Now, some people need to reach out. Some people, I need to lean in, okay, just because of how my muscles are or my fibers or whatever. So you need to find somebody to tell you whether or not you need to stretch or hold back a little bit. But I do know that this arm right here, you need to internally rotate it, and then you got to do the queen wave. This is another Carol thing. And then you lean into that, and then you stretch over, and you hope to God you're straight, because you don't have a teacher to spot you in the back. So I'm going to adjust that. I always check my neck. That always goes forward. I kind of let it hang, and then I got to sink into the barrel, so that's the thing. And then I want to sort of anchor out. I want to make sure that I'm not squeezing, I'm not tucking. My leg sockets are relaxed, and then I take a breath. And then I exhale, and as I exhale, I think about the lower ribs contracting, and I exhale, and I go forward, and I try and not bring my hip with me. They stay stacked, and I try and give into that. Ooh, went a little too far. And then I take an inhale, and I'm inhaling up into that armpit. And then I roll back, right? And for me, I got to hold, because I'll just flop back. So I got to find my anchor and lean into it, which I think is my hip and my is getting a cramp, so that's probably it. Leaning back, stretching, letting my head release, take a big inhale into my right armpit. Head's hard to find here, I'm not sure where I should be. And then you're going to exhale. And then again, come forward from here. And it's just luscious. It's more luscious when Carol's here and she holds my hips, but that doesn't mean I can't practice. And then you bring yourself up, and guess what? You get to do the other side. So I'll line myself up. This side I can rock, whoops, that hurts the knee, so I turn it out. Oops, see if I go back. It's hard for me to stay up on this one. I want to fall back. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got to get up out of your hips. You can't be leaning in your hips and think you're going to be able to weight shift. And then here, same thing, heavy and over, luscious. Turn the armpit, queen wave. This can go either way, but it's good to practice right there. And then let the head hang and the arm comes over. And then as you exhale, you're going to exhale from the underside ribs. I'm going to try and inhale into that upper side rib cage. And then I get back here, and I always think of Carol's words, you know, relax your crotch, your leg sockets relax, take the tension out. For me, I need to make sure I keep my upper lumbar going. We've done really good on the lower lumbar, but now we got to get that upper a little bit. And then I exhale again. And then again, big inhale. Oops. You want to move from the place that you're leaning, not from up here. That's where you initiate, and then you roll back. And then I take a big inhale and I hold it, and then I tell my legs to relax. And then I find those lower ribs, and then I exhale and I come. Oh, it's just awesome. Just gets everything twisted and going, and it's a bomb. I already feel longer. It's cool. It's one of the signature Body Minds exercises or skill sets that we do. So if you want some more, give us a ring, and we'd love to have you come along for the ride. See you soon.